Alright guys, what's going on? It's Kage. And I know it's been a while since I've last uploaded, but I've been going through some things. I've been busy with, personal shit. And overall, I just haven't had much time to make videos. However, in today's video, I'm going to be going over my nociel deck profile for you guys. This was a deck I picked up a while ago, and I've been messing with it for a while. I've been meaning to profile it on the channel, but life gets in the way. So, and also at the end of the video, I will be not posting, but telling some updates. So, let's get started. Starting off, for our starter, we're running Medical Kit Angel. You can use whatever starter you want. Choice is yours. And it has the usual V-era starter skill, which is, the when rode upon, draw a card. If your opponent's grade 1 or greater, get a quick shield. Alright, so moving into the triggers, I am running 4 critical. I am running 8 draw triggers, 4 of which being draw PGs, and then 4 regular. So the reason I chose to do 8 draw 4 crit instead of 8 crit 4 draw is because from my testing I found nociel can kind of struggle with hand size on occasion. Is to due to superior ride, you're discarding 2 cards. So this is essentially to help make up for those cards. And then I'm also running 4 heals. You can switch these out for more draws or criticals if you want, but sometimes that extra heal does actually come in handy. I know it saved my butt a couple times because the next card we're going to be going over, you want it in your damage zone, so you're usually sitting at 4 and you don't have much leadway. Well, you do, but just depends on how you play, this is another deck that we use grade 0s and that are not triggers, which is Happy Bell nociel, which the effect of Happy Bell is continuous damage zone during your turn. If you have a Vanguard with nociel in its card name, all your front row get +5, and this stacks. So once you get all 4 of these in, your front row is going up by 20. And that is pretty good considering what, nociel does. Alright, now moving on to the grade 1 of the decks. So starting off, we are running 4 copies of Black Hall Nakir. Nakir is our grade 3 searcher of the deck. Where'd that 4th copy go? There we go. Nakir is our grade 3 searcher, and it also gets +5 when a card is put to the damage zone. Not really much I need to say about that. Next, I am running 4 copies of Disinfectant Angel. This card says, auto rear 1 place, put a unit card from your hand into your damage zone and put a face-up card from your damage zone in your hand. So basically this is just flipping, so you usually use this to switch out the Happy Bell in your hand with something, so you can use this to get like a trigger or to get like maybe an extender piece. It's a very versatile card. And then next we are running 3 copies of Scaling Angel. Scaling Angel says auto vam 1 place, discard a card from your hand, draw a card. That skill we don't really worry about. The second skill is the one we want, which is auto rear when placed. If your drop zone has a normal unit, put a face up grade 2 or less card from your hand or from your damage zone into your soul. Choose a normal unit from your drop zone, put it to the damage zone. So the reason we run this card is because there are times that our Happy Bells will end up in the drop. And that's not good because you want these in your damage. So what you will do is you'll use this to essentially put it there. And that's why we run that. I would run a fourth one, but because of the Happy Bells, the deck space can be a little tighter. Now then, moving on to the grade 2s. I am running 4 copies of Black Achilles Chapkiel. Yes, I know, I can't pronounce cards. Shocker. This has an auto Van Rear 1 placed, counterblast 1, and this unit gets +3 until the end of the turn. Return a card from your damage zone to your hand, and if you return a card, deal 1 damage to your Vanguard. This ability may only be used with the same by a card with the same name once per turn, and you also do it, and it's a damage check. So a little bit of an important ruling that I actually found out from playing this deck with my friends is it has, like, if it just says, like, put a card from your deck to your damage, you don't, let's say you pull a trigger, you won't get the trigger effects. But if it says, like, deal a damage, then you do. I didn't actually know that. And some people are like, oh, that's kind of obvious. Well, I thought, I didn't know that until I started playing the deck, and my friends had to tell me, which, okay, fair. Alright, next I am running 4 copies of Love Machine Gun Nociel. This card says Auto Van Rear 1 place, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. Search your deck for up to 1 card with Nociel in its card name. Put it into your damage zone and shuffle the deck. If you put a card into your damage zone, return a face down card from your damage zone to your hand. This ability may only be used by the same card once per turn. So this isn't basically to help you filter the deck, get your Happy Bells where you want them, and counterblast like maybe you have a draw PG and your damage. Also, if it wasn't obvious, the draw PGs are nociel named. But anyway, so let's say you have a draw PG, counterblast a draw PG, put Happy Bell, get that back. Simple. And then last but not least, we are running 2 copies of Nurse of Holdheart. This card says 1 place from hand, counterblast 1, and swap a unit from your hand with a card in your damage zone. If you put a grade 0 card into your damage zone, choose up to one of your opponent's rear guards, put it into his or her damage zone, and if your opponent's rear guard was put into his or her damage zone, your opponent chooses a card from the damage zone and puts it and heals it. So this can be used to get rid of pesky rear guards, and most times, as I've been mentioning in this entire video, you're going to be switching out with Happy Bell. So it's a way to get, well, your opponent gets the choice. That's the thing, I think. No, you get the choice. Because I just read the card. Wow. So you get the choice, and so if your opponent has a really annoying card that you want to get rid of, you can. Alright, now moving on to the grade 3s of the deck. We are, of course, running 4 copies of Love, so we're running 4 copies of Love Sniper nociel. The effect is act once per turn, counterblast 1, put the top card of your deck into your damage zone, and return a card from your damage zone to your hand. So this is what I meant by, I thought you could get trigger effects off. So I would do that, I get the trigger effects, and my friends would be like, wait, what are you doing? And I tell them, and my friends would be like, that's not how that works. So they had to explain to me some of the angel rulings and how stuff worked like that. I'm like, oh, I never knew that. And then the other skill is auto at the end of the battle that this unit attacked. Soul Blast 1, discard 2 cards from your hand. Ride up to 1 card with nociel and its card name from your hand as stand, and that unit gets drive -1 until the end of that turn. And this ability may only be used once per turn by the same card, so you can't do Love Sniper, Holy Seraph. So that'd be a little too broken if you could. And then finally, rounding off our grade 3s will be 4 copies of Holy Seraph nociel. This has the ability of auto van rear when placed, Soul Blast 1, search your deck for up to 1 card with nociel and its card name, put it into your damage zone, and shuffle your deck. If you put a card into your damage zone, at the end of that turn, put a card from your damage zone onto the bottom of your deck. So what's important to note about this card is if you're at 5, you could do the skill, but then you auto lose because you'll be at 6. So I know there are some cards that say put 1, swap 1 right away. So you technically go to 6, but then you're right back to 5. So you're still at 5 no matter what. This, if you have 5, you pull 1, you're at 6. And because you don't swap right away, you lose. I know that may be trivial, but that's just for people who maybe have never faced angels or don't know how stuff like that can work sometimes. I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. And then auto van when this unit attacks, Soul Blast 1. If you have 3 or more face-up cards with nociel in their card name in your damage zone, stand one of your rear guards. If you have 5 or more face-up cards with nociel in their card name in your damage zone, stand 2 rear guards instead. So, basically with this, you usually want to get 5 nociels. Usually it's going to be your 4 happy bells and then maybe another, the grade 2 or the draw PG or something. So this deck can hit 5 attacks, which is actually kind of nuts for a protect deck. At least that I know of. I mean, I know Night Rose can hit 5 a lot because of the way, the combos with that deck, which I do have Night Rose. If you guys want me to profile it, let me know. But yeah, that is it for my nociel deck profile. So some future decks I'm planning on doing, I need to work on Code Talkers a little bit because of the new stuff that came out. Because, Ghost from the Past 2, the second Haunting came out, so I need to... I might buy a few boxes and do an opening on them. There are a few cards I need out of that. I'm considering getting the horse or code exporter. I actually bought a display box the other day and I got, what's it called? I got Heat Soul, which I didn't realize was an easy pull, I think. So I will be profiling Code Talkers once the deck is finished. I will be profiling my Rocket deck. Possibly Night Rose. Then I'm going to be doing a Premium Blaster deck, my DDD deck, my Sky Striker deck, and then my Sword Soul at some point. Not in that order, but I'm waiting for cards to come in and everything else. So anyway, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. The next video, I'm going to try to revive the How to Get into Vanguard series. I'm going to continue doing V-Preem, but I will do an Overdress how to, get into as well. Anyway, hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. See ya.